Hello. I returned once more where I worked, Active Adult Center of Mississauga, where I did have somewhat of an income. I was not an unemployed without income. I was there, and I won't mention all how and all when and where exactly and what uh, monies I got from there. Uh, Although, let's just say it was more than $200. And that was just 1 year. And anybody and everybody that tried, showed, and told and convinced us Bellises for more than 6 years it was unemployed without income. They lied and tried, and I'm trying to contest it because she's a fucking liar and a stalker and harassments and bullying instead of doing professionalism, jobs duties, jobs titles, jobs details, jobs descriptions, and that other one too. I won't mention names, although they know who they are, and that's, I mean, my mom knew phone number. She had what, more than 3 phone calls from them, one and or both of them. She didn't know how to work the new voicemail. She has health records. I gave them copies. I let them see them. They didn't care. The new copies I've given, and they don't care. They're like, oh, we're all the ones that are being harassed. And I'm like, when and how? When and how, since it's always you people that won't leave us alone. Wouldn't surprise me if they're on my internet tonight, internet trolling somehow or other, and then expect to not issue funds. And they tried lied, saying that data, information about it all, records, all just, they don't keep them anymore. And I'm like, that's a lie. I mean, they treated us like shit, warmed over, you know? They treat us worse than shit. They were as if we never had anything there for more than 50 years at least. Broke my heart. And then we went out and had some lunch and or late dinner, depend a late lunch, early dinner sort of thing. And I was like, I've been here before. Why do they keep lying to me for? What are they afraid of? They're persecutory delusional. They're afraid of me. They're blaming me. They even showed and told at all times that was published public. Mississauga Senior Citizen Center on Cawthra Road, Square One Older Adult Center on City Center Drive, Active Adult Center of Mississauga on Burnthorpe Road East. That never happened. I wasn't paid lots. I did not get lots, although I did. And I was like, I do social media. I don't get lots nowadays, although I do get some. And I said I can buy myself a coffee once in a while. And we all had a bit of a giggle, but she wouldn't admit that that was income. And she wouldn't let me see the screen. She wouldn't give me the factual information. She practically tried to sign my mom life away as next to zero balance over the years. Hell, we moved around how many times? Where did all that money go? I had money, and she was like, no, you don't. And I'm like, yes, I did. Real estate and everything. I had money. She's like, well, it's not in the system. And I said, well, that's your fault, not mine. It should be in the system. It should be in the system for more than 27 years. I did say something like that, not the exact years, but I did. I was like, there has to be stuff on file, including, I mean, all the deposits, all the withdrawals, all the pre-authorized payments, and alleged taxes paid, all that information. And they're like, it never existed. Including the money that my mom got, the disability, the alleged disability taxes or whatever. And then they said, oh, we'll reimburse you for the taxi rides. I waited until after 5 p.m. today. Those reimbursements have yet happened. Oh. And then I woke up tired this morning. Oh, I was tired. And of course, went back to the Active Adult Center of Mississauga, where I worked at least 2 years. Give or take a day or two off because my mom wanted to go casino elsewhere. And I was like, I can't do that. But anyways, and I'll walk her. It wasn't the best day I had. I had an awful hot flush. HRT. It was one of the worst hot flushes I've had in a long time. It was a really, really awful hot flush. And considering my estrogen level, I don't know if I have a copy of it. It was very low. I was showed by from my doctor. It was a very low number. And I almost completely and utterly fainted. I had a bit of a migraine from yesterday, the day before. But it was hot as anything. I was doing stuff. And I was like, oh, I just wanted to lie down. I was fighting it. And I'm like, well, it was not a full migraine. I think it's really feeling like a hot flush. The worst one I've had in more than 6 months. I was like, whew. But I managed to get it through sitting, and then I decided to stand up again and resume what I was doing. But there's the patch. I was at 50. Now I have to get upgraded to. I finished the 50s, then I go into a higher one, and I don't have to wear it on my arm anymore. I can wear it like here, 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 wherever I want to, as long as it's close. I don't know why I would want to wear it here because my left ovary can't find it. I can't find my ovary. It's not funny, although I can't find it. And I decided to return here. I'm going to update everything. I'm keeping 3 of my social media for the remainder of my ever doing it. Allegedly, it's not considered employment. I have it documented somewhere, and I'm like, I need to contest it. I don't understand why we even had to go there since most all our banking isn't there anymore. But it was nice to see that neighborhood. It wasn't even considered actual Toronto. It was considered North York, more or less, back in the day. Anyways, we were there. Lots have changed. And any of the banking staff that have ever been on my internet, uh, Wi-Fi's, virtuals, and social medias, and networked online websites on the internet too, all that stuff public, all that published public, all that stuff that's out there published public, all that internet text messages, that was them harassing us. Bellis is not me. harassing them. And the emails today, that wasn't me harassing them at all, whatsoever. I'm not stalking anybody, you know. I just don't have the, you know, and especially during their work hours, they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not on Miss Bellis's internet, Wi-Fi's, as I mentioned before, and social media. It's just bothering me. I can't believe we went all that way. And when I reread, and they were like, "Oh, Mrs. You can see," and I'm like, "Oh, I just showed you the piece of paper. I just showed you the piece of paper in my mom's house. Up, up, you know." And then they decided to mention people that had no significance to our banking in our meeting whatsoever. It was the stupidest meeting I've ever attended in all my life, and that says a lot because I've attended lots of meetings and I knew better and greater other people. I can't figure out why they did that since we've been affiliated with one in more places more than 50 years, and they're always like, "Oh, it's okay for us, but it's not okay for you." And I'm like, "I didn't do anything." And the emails we're sending you, we want our Bellis's money. We don't want your money. We want the client, customers, us Bellis's monies. Has nothing to do with you. And any banker or employee, whatever, ever went, that money should be returned to us as soon as possible. I couldn't even ask my mom and I for a gift or anything. And all those phone calls are supposed to have been recorded and used as evidence. According to that meeting yesterday, that never happened too. They're like, "Oh, but we have mental health records." And I'm like, "Here's 3 more pages of it. It wasn't me." And here again, once more, is a photo of me having worked at the center. And just because we were robbed when we were younger doesn't mean it goes away. All those companies, all those documents, all data bases, all that, and remember the old days where swiping, even OHIP cards swiped, and we all did typing and or handwritten. I mean, that didn't all just disappear and go away. It's still around somewhere or other, and some of it's even been put into computers in the databases. And I did do lots of typing and stuff when I was younger. Oh no, but I know it existed. It's just like getting mail from a plumber. Postage paid. That still exists these days, according to that meeting. It didn't never existed any of that mail. And I'm sure we're not the victims of it. Holy. But anyways, today I went back to the center I worked and was a member, and I returned as a mall walker. One of many. There's more than 24 today, I suppose. Allegedly. Actually, I was one of them. And yeah, I almost fainted. I had an awful hot flush. And then my mom was like, she was stay and play bingo. And my mom won. Mom, you won at bingo today. Did you have fun? What? Yes. And then after that, I helped my mom get some shopping. We got dinner. We came home and ate dinner. I heated it all up, and my mom ate her dinner. I ate dinner. We got some leftovers. Probably eat that tomorrow. And I have to get a CT sort of thing of my kidneys. And then later this year, I have to get some kind of special test of my liver. But I did good. I didn't. I tonight. I ate good today. I ate my carrot when I was out, and then came home, ate celery, cucumber, smashed potatoes, condiments, and some of that cooked chicken. It was on a big plate, and it was like in four sections. And I haven't got lots of pain this time. I don't know that I've lost another pound. I don't know if I'm remaining 154 pounds. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself. But it felt good to get out and have those socials. And those yesterday, it showed and told my mom and I that wasn't real. Lied. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. I told my doctor that I felt a bit faint, but today was, oh, it was something. I had hot flush. Whew. Glad I didn't end up on the floor. I wouldn't be sitting here doing this because I'd been hospitalized, taken to hospital by uh, paramedics, an ambulance. I didn't want to do that. It's having too much fun. I dressed for winter. I dressed in two layers. I had my bra top, my tank top with built-in bra, and I had that. I was dressed for the weather, thinking it was going to be cold, and I was overdressed. And I took it off, and I was still hot flushing. I couldn't, so that's how I knew it wasn't just hot. What I was doing, I was having a hot flush, and that sort of helped me cool off. But I didn't cool down for about completely for about another 45 minutes. But it was good. I liked it. When anyone said that I'm bad, showed and told that us Bellises were bad, returning there, and where those two other centers were, they lied. Those other people that were stalking us, harassing us, narcissistic, abusive stalkers, they were the bad ones. We were even invited to do more this year there. It was really, I was just like, oh wow. It was real fun. It was better than the meeting I had yesterday. got comments. Let me look at my comments. Hey, hi Avril. I need those patches too. Hope you and your mom have been well. Hi Avril, I need some of those patches, but doctor won't give them to me. Hope you and your mom are doing well. Yes, baby. Yeah, the patches are a bit iffy. Uh, although they're help I couldn't believe it when my doctor showed me my. I should next time when I go get the test results printed or have them sent to me via email. They're very low. My estrogen is extremely low again. I don't know how that's happened. But we're hoping to get it back up. Whew. But today I had my chicken treat. No more chicken for the week. My next meat day is Sunday. Gonna have some steak. Depending on the size of it, I only have half. I ordered one to myself. And half or something or other. I have some cauliflower or broccoli. Is that? I was really disappointed. Oh, and when I get the CT of my kidneys, I have to fast for a few hours, 2 or 3 hours before the test. Oh, that'll be good. Then I can eat. And after I exercised this morning, since then I did my 1.2 steps indoor walk fit. Some people don't believe in the patches, they believe in alternative. I'm trying. I know there's a risk, but I have so much going on my left side. I'm just thankful that the hot. I'm one of the few that was diagnosed with early menopause. I began early. I began in my at least 30s. Uh, before I was 38 years old. And I was like, I can't take the hot flushes. I cannot take the hot flushes. And then menopause happened more since my accident. That was not self-inflicted purposefully. My menstrual cycle stopped and was brought back. And that buggered me up. Oh, did it ever irritate me? And I haven't been that. I can faint just like that when I start. But in the summertime, I don't notice it the same as in the wintertime. The wintertime, when I have a hot flush, it's worse than in the summer. At least in the summertime, usually, as long as I'm not in air conditioning, I'm really, really fine. It's just when I go from hot to cold, hot to cooler, sometimes it was just like going. Same June 5, I felt I had an awful pedicure. It was one of the worst pedicures I have ever had. And leg massages. My legs massaged. And my mom walker, I think, clicked me. And what do you do when you're going to fall? You instantaneously reach out. And I don't think I was falling. I was feeling like I was fainting. Hot flush. I think I got shoved because the way my knees, when I went down, because you know, there was blood, swelling instantaneously and blood shooting out like 2 holes in my knees. And the pain was excruciating. It was something awful. Yeah, they didn't write it up as that. They tried to write it off as just, oops, down and up. And just down and over. And it was nothing like down and over. It was an awful thing. And just when I was feeling better with that, the bus I was on, front seat, any seat belts that I knew of, stopped suddenly, allegedly traffic, and forward. If it wasn't for the barrier, I probably would have went through the windshield. And I don't really want to go back with those that travel advisor, whoever she is. My mom tried, and I was like, I don't want to sit in the front. I don't like it unless there's seat belts. I'd rather sit and have, a chair in front of me, and so that if there's an abrupt stop, at least I've got something better than what happened to me. Because my two knees, my ankles, my wrists, oh, my broken wrist really felt awful. And and so ever since I have stopped going there and doing physiotherapy, like exercises, I suppose, like cardio, this doesn't hurt anymore. I feel lots. I don't even feel it. My wrists feel better. My knees are feeling better. My left ankle is, well, it is what it is. My neck is feeling better. I can't understand what you've typed. Can I see? And I, that's East Indian, Hindu, Punjabi, Muslim, and or Islamic and Islamic. I don't understand that. English, please. Chat. Only English. Mom, did you have fun today exercising?
Not really.
You did good.
Not good enough.
What?
I didn't feel I did good enough.
You did good enough.
I didn't think so.
Considering that was you haven't been there, you haven't exercised like that in a while. You just didn't have the right clothes and footwear on.
I have to get running shoes.
Yes, and then get t-shirts.
You know the boots I gave you?
No,
Oh, the ones that they were too tight.
they're in your room somewhere.
No, I gave them to you.
No, they're in your bedroom somewhere.
No, they're not. I thought you wore them.
No,
So they must be in your room somewhere.
no, they're in your bedroom, Mom.
All right. Wherever you put them then.
No, wherever you put them in.
I gave them to you.
No,
You tried them on. They're the same.
no, they're in your boxes. Oh, they should be. They're supposed to be. So I'm going to drink my tea. I'm only allowed to have. Did you know tea, drinking black tea can irritate a kidney stone? How you do? Bubbles. Anyways, you heard her. I hope they keep. She could blather on like a silly thing, you know. My mom has done that for years. She blathers on about stuff that's her symptoms and behaviors, disabilities. She yap sometimes, and I look at her and I'm like, and people that have known her for more than 10 years are like, why is she talking about that? Who is she talking about? Who is that? What's going on? What is that? And they're like, oh, that's annoying. I don't do that. I usually can carry on a normal conversation. I don't go that way. That's not who I am. I don't remember everything before 1985, although I remember lots more. Bubbles. And did you know it's not illegal? It's not lawful that patient diagnosed allegedly cataracts while surgery goes blind refuses surgery and wants more than one opinion before having a. That was me because of what happened to my mom. And I'm like, the internet, text messages, internet, everything published and public. Other people were on, tried to lie that they weren't and were. Uh, I remember one day my mom was going to the Retina Institute and she had her treatment and she was like, I can't see. I'm like, well, that's not what the treatment's for. And she did. She kept saying, I can't see. And sometimes when I would go out, put the garbage out, or uh, go check for mail, or even when my cat alive, I used to leave them and go out for a walk or something, run an errand, like do an errand or something. And I come home, my mom's like, I can't see. I have a headache. Yeah, when I mentioned it to the corporation, they denied any of it was real. Yeah, I have documented proof once more. And it's all real. Uh, it was a fun day. It was a fun day. And then somebody, I was on Facebook. I was asking about some alleged actor. Did they want to act more? To the fans, audience want to act more? Blah, blah. I was like, no. And then I got invited to one of those DM things, which I don't trust anymore. I typed a couple of questions and I waited like maybe 20 minutes or so, and then I just blocked it. So, no, it's probably an hacking attempt. Don't trust any of that stuff. Because if the person really knew me, they wouldn't be on the internet doing that. They would really know me. They wouldn't have asked to DM me like that. So that's the health update. My health update. I had a hot flush. Excuse me. I'll come back and have a coffee tomorrow sometime or other. I'll do another live stream. I like doing just one a day, but I had an emergency I mentioned earlier, and I have a bit of a headache. I just want to go lay down in a dark room for a while. Might be this room. Bye.